Hola, muy buenas a todos amigos de YouTube, soy Curiosity y también bienvenidos a un nuevo video más del canal. Bienvenidos a un nuevo capítulo, a una nueva misión de este Hitman 3. Y nada, vamos a seguir con la historia. Espero que os guste. Y nada, daros las gracias a los que habéis visto el primer vídeo. Sé que no sois muchos, pero bueno, siempre es de agradecer. Y nada, para los que os pasáis por aquí, si os gusta el vídeo ya sabéis, suscribiros y dejar un buen like. Así que nada, dicho todo esto, vamos a intentar hacer la misión lo más rápido posible e intentar que no nos pillen. Así que, let's go.
She came home.
Carlyle's lost an empire. You fall hard enough, you tend to be reminded of what truly matters. So, the end of the line. You ready for this?
Are you? Who will you be without a score to settle?
I guess the world's most wanted fugitive will have to do.
Alexa Carlyle is dead. According to the funeral invitation, that is. So naturally, it caused quite a stir when the late matriarch turned up at the breakfast table, alive and kicking. Carlyle, wisely sensing that her number is up, has emerged from exile to tie up loose ends and secure the Carlyle legacy. She may be a monster, but you have to admire her due diligence. Carlyle descends from an ancient line of warrior aristocrats. Her great-grandfather made a killing in the Second Opium War and established an empire in shipping, railroads, and newspaper publishing. While largely unknown to the public, the family still asserts its quiet dominance over global transport and logistics, media, and technology. Most senior of the partners, Alexa Carlyle, is cold as ice, tough as nails, and sharp as a razor. Incidentally, it was her late father who first brought the three families together after the end of World War II at this very house, meaning that this gentleman is the birthplace of Providence.
It began here, and it ends here. Talk about poetic.
One more thing. According to our intel, Carlyle keeps a case file on the Constant. Information that may be helpful in his recapture, so don't leave the estate without it.
Right. Happy hunting, 47. See you on the other side.
Thornbridge Manor. The Carlyle family's home for countless generations. The Revenant Alexa Carlyle and her three adult children, younger brother Zachary, grandson and daughter-in-law, are all gathered to conduct Carlyle's sham funeral. Curiously, Carlyle summoned a famous London PI soon after arriving this morning, but his purpose at Thornbridge is yet unclear. Now, the target knows that you're coming, and her guard detail is top-notch. So Mr. Gray will secure their nearby field HQ and intercept all calls going in and out of the estate. Any appeal for backup is going to fall on very deaf ears. Good luck, gentlemen.
Vale, muerte en la familia. Dartmoor, Inglaterra, pues nada, ya estamos aquí.
This is a private area, sir. Phineas Whitmer, private investigator. I have an appointment with Madame Carlyle. Please wait.
Mr. Whitmer is here to see Madame Carlyle. You can go right in.
Vale, supongo que tenemos que disfrazarnos del detective. Vale, a ver cómo lo hacemos. A ver qué tenemos en el inventario. Tenemos objeto ilegal. Vamos a soltarlo. Vale, las monedas me servirán para traerlo.
That is Phineas Whitmer, the famous private investigator hired by Madame Carlyle this morning. I'm curious why he's here. Maybe you should do some detecting yourself, 47.
Thumbs up, mate.
Eh?
Vale, a ver si se acerca y lo podemos pillar. Vale, lo metemos para aquí dentro para que no lo vean. Y usamos su ropa. Vale, pues... A ver, las monedas... Vale, por la primera parte, sencilla. Hemos conseguido la ropa del detective. Hemos soltado la pistola porque es ilegal, supongo que...
Mr. Whitmer, thank God you're here. Can I take you to Madame Carlyle?
Yes, please.
If you'd follow me.
Ahí, puedo dar el
I
ciprés.
know I oughtn't say anything, but I'm so relieved you're here. Everything's just so strange. Preparing for Madame's funeral, and then she turns up alive. But then the awful business with her brother Zachary. And all this security. I've never seen the place guarded like this, and I dare say I don't like it at all. This is what I mean. You have to be patted down before you see Madame Carlyle inside. Oh, I could just cry.
Vale, pues ahí a la izquierda, eliminar a Alexa y encontrar el informe.
Yeah, keep it real.
If
Vale.
you want to pass through, I gotta pat you down.
Nos dejamos cachear, menos mal que hemos tirado la pistola porque si no...
Sir, I'm just doing my job. I gotta pat you down. Sorry about that. And you are good to go, sir. Thank you.
Vale. Pues nada, ya estamos dentro de la mansión.
Mr. Whitmer, thank you for coming on such short notice. A great tragedy has fallen upon us, and I need a quick resolution, handled with absolute discretion.
Results and discretion are my speciality.
Very well. I suppose you will want to start at the crime scene.
In my experience, a thorough examination of a potential crime scene is half the job done.
Good. Fernsby will take over from here.
I am Mr. Fernsby, the butler. Madame Carlyle has asked me to assist you in any way possible. Mr. Whitmer, I understand that you've travelled from London. Would you care for some refreshments? Or do you prefer to go straight to Mr. Zachary's sleeping quarters?
No, vamos a
I prefer
empezar
to get started.
la
As
misión
you
ya.
wish. If you'll follow me, sir.
Vamos, Jeffrey, yo te sigo. Sé que no se llama Jeffrey, pero es más fácil llamarlo Jeffrey que el nombre que le ha dicho la tía.
I feel obliged to point out that current affairs surrounding Madame Carlyle are of a delicate nature. You may be familiar with the recent announcement of her death. You will probably learn that a staged funeral is scheduled to take place tomorrow. Madame's children were not informed until this morning that their mother was in fact not dead at all. So please bear with them if they seem affected by the rather unusual situation. I trust I do not need to remind you that there will be consequences if word gets out that Madame Carlyle is still alive.
I'll consider her dead when I leave.
Hay mucha seguridad en la
Before
casa,
you inspect the crime scene, I will tell you this. The case concerns the death of Mr. Zachary, Madame Carlyle's younger brother. He was found dead in his bed this morning. The door was locked from the inside, and a suicide letter was found in his room. However, Madame Carlyle suspects foul play and will not accept that he took his own life. I've prepared some information for you, so please do come and see me when you've finished your investigation of the crime scene. This is Mr. Zachary's room, to my right.
Vale, tenemos que investigar la muerte del hermano. Y cuando
A
hayamos
locked room
investigado...
murder mystery 47. I trust you'll get to the bottom of this.
Cuando hayamos investigado, pues habrá que ir a hablar con el mayordomo otra vez. A ver, vale, ahí el portátil se enciende y aquí se enciende otra cosita.
Zachary's suicide note. Also, a sample of handwriting. It could be relevant to compare to other samples to establish its authenticity.
Vale, examinemos el PC.
Zachary was shopping for New Wellingtons last night. Not exactly what you would expect from someone suicidal.
Vale, si se compró unas botas nuevas, suicidarse no creo que quisiera suicidarse. Vale, pedido privado que ya lo hemos hecho. Vale, esto es lo que tenemos de momento en el inventario. Vale. Es tentador tirar a este. Vale, por aquí hay algo. Ah, vale. Por eso necesitamos algo para romperlo. Vale, ahí brillaba algo. Esto es un libro. Un pasadito secreto.
It's a secret passage. This could explain how the door was locked from the inside.
Ah, entiendo, vale. Por estos agujerillos podemos mirar lo que hay por ahí. Vale, algo más por aquí.
A photocopy of the floor plans. Somebody's been researching the secret ins and outs of Thornbridge Manor.
Vale. A ver. Vale, a ver si tenemos que investigar algo más.
Why don't you use your camera to scan the dead body, 47?
Vale, nos dice que escaneemos el cadáver.
Throat markings indicate a rare, short-lived plant poison killed him. Spread shows time of death at around 10 o'clock last night.
You do know your poisons, 47.
Vale, no sé
I
si...
believe you've done a thorough search of the crime scene, 47. Maybe it's time to see the butler. I'm curious about the information he's prepared for you.
Vale, si me deja hablar. Nada, no se ha suicidado, o sea, lo han envenenado. Vale. Vale, pistas encontradas, 6 de 6. Vale, todavía podemos ir a hablar con el mayordomo. Vamos a pasar por aquí, por el pasadito secreto, a ver dónde salimos. Vale, aquí ya no teníamos nada más. Vale, otro agujerito. Para ver el mayordomo dónde está.
Listen, Gregory, something's off. Pruitt got word his motion was rejected. We all signed the bloody thing 4 days ago.
Oh, dear God, not this again.
So I got hold of the officer. He says it was finalized, but then how can it be withdrawn?
Just wait a few days. I'm sure it'll sort itself out. Oh, stop pacing, for God's sake, Emma.
But why don't we get any kind of explanation? It's bloody rude, that's what it is. Making us come here to play funeral and then show up like nothing's the least bit strange.
Well, don't get your knickers all twisted.
I'm telling you, she's not fit to be in charge anymore. And that solicitor upstairs, why do you think he's here?
I think solicitors are Mother's favorite kind of people.
Didn't you say something about a shake before? What was he?
I should
Maybe
get back
we
to
should
it.
get back to...
Right, yeah.
Yeah.
Nos hemos pillado ligando, A ver si encontramos a Jeffrey, que no sé dónde se ha metido ahora. Claro, aquí está.
Mr. Fernsby,
Good, man.
I'm done with
Looking
the crime
good.
scene.
Did you establish a time of death?
Zachary died around 10 o'clock last night.
Well, that means the staff were off duty. And Madame Carlyle and her security didn't arrive until this morning. That leaves Madame's family and myself as the only persons here when he died. And before you ask, no, I do not have an alibi. I was alone in my office at the time of death. Here's the material that I prepared for you. It's a list of the possible suspects and their quarters. Hopefully that will help you keep track of your findings. Please come and see me when you've solved the case, and I will take you to Madame Carlyle.
Vale.
This is very useful information, 47.
Vale, pues estos son todos los que tenemos que interrogar. Vale, pues por aquí hay
So
algo.
how does one solve a murder mystery, 47? Motive, means, and opportunity, I believe. May I suggest you ask the suspects for alibis? Or perhaps you prefer searching the manor for clues first?
No, listen. I understand, but you need to talk to Anthony about that. Calm down. Yes, I understand. I'm sure we can come to some arrangement, but you really need to talk to Anthony. He's the man with the papers. Listen, you know who I am, who my grandmother was, right? Just relax. It'll be fine. You'll get your returns.
Patrick is giving you
Don't
a really
worry.
hard time.
Give
You deserve
Anthony
better than that, Lawrence.
Okay?
Vale, a ver si podemos hablar ya con él. Vale.
Patrick Carlisle, can you tell me where you were yesterday evening?
Shit, it's that sneaky butler, isn't it? He ratted me out. Elaine, give us some privacy, would you? Don't tell Mother, okay? She's really tense these days, and the last thing I need is more hassle. I took that pretty blonde, Rosie, for an evening stroll. I mean, how the fuck am I expected to cope for an entire weekend in this shithole? I'm bored out of my mind. So, is that it?
What did you think of Zachary?
Creepy as hell. No ambition. Imagine deciding to live in a museum. You know, Father says Zachary and Alexia used to be two of a kind. He had a great future ahead of him. Then suddenly, he just gave up everything. What an idiot. Thank God Daddy chose looks and brains over pedigree when he married Mummy. I don't have to worry about the inbreeding so customary in these circles. If that's all, I think I'll get back to my slow death by boredom.
Did you see anything suspicious last night?
No. I reckon Zachary topped himself. I know I would have. Or perhaps Mr. Fernsby. I don't like him. He could have done it.
Vale, este está culpando a al mayordomo. Vale, vamos a buscar a más para interrogarlos.
Just remembered, I went for a stroll behind the greenhouse last night. Maybe that's where it is.
What is?
My lost button. The one you couldn't find at the graveyard. Wouldn't it be a good idea for you to go and look for it? Now? A good idea. Yeah.
Rebecca Carlisle, can you tell me about yesterday evening?
We don't really see much of each other, my brothers and I. I suppose it takes our mother's funeral to bring us together, and even then, it's not like we sit on each other's laps. Now, let's see. Patrick, Gregory's son, disappeared straight after dinner. You know, I think he might be in some sort of trouble. Edward wanted to go as well, but Gregory convinced him to stay for a few drinks before they went off for a pint at the local at 9:15. I swear Gregory enjoys Edward's discomfort overstaying here. I had a conference call with my New York office at 9, so I spent 3 hours on my laptop in my room and went straight to bed afterwards. I don't know about Emma. She did act a bit strange. You know, I bet she was making lists for changes needing to be done once she gets her hands on Thornbridge Manor. Quite the shock she had when Mother arrived during breakfast. Is there anything else you want to ask me?
Tell me about Zachary. Did he act strange last night?
You know, now you mention it, he was a lot more chatty than usual. He wanted to know about my connections in the publishing business. Apparently, a friend of his is writing a book, which strikes me as very peculiar. I didn't think he had any friends. Is that everything, Mr. Whitmer?
Anything else you feel like mentioning?
I may be wrong, but I saw Mr. Fernsby, the butler, leave Zachary's room early this afternoon. And he seemed a bit startled when he saw me in the hallway. It's probably nothing. Oh, and one more thing. Please be kind to Edward. He can only take so much. Is there anything else you want to ask me?
Vale, primero nos ha dicho que tuvo una cita con una de las sirvientas y esta que estuvo trabajando. Me han asustado. Vale, por aquí en principio no se ve nada más así que podamos investigar. Perdonar por mi voz, pero tengo la garganta bastante tocada. Vale, vamos a investigar a esta.
Emma Carlisle, can you tell me where you were yesterday evening?
Surely I'm not a suspect.
I need to account for everyone.
Well, I spent the evening with my family, but I got an awful migraine and had to take to bed. Everyone can attest to that. I believe I went up when the boys sat down for a drink around 8 o'clock. Is that all?
How did you feel about Zachary?
I might as well be honest. His presence was always awkward. How do you have a meaningful conversation with a man who only cares about plants? In my opinion, Alexa bears some responsibility for how this ended. She supported his self-limiting behavior by letting him live here. Anything else you want to know?
Have you noticed anything else out of the ordinary?
Nothing special comes to mind. Except, perhaps, I did get a feeling that Zachary was depressed, not just sad. I suppose he realized that he had no one with Alexa gone. Even Alexa must feel the pangs of guilt over that one, letting him believe she was dead. Then again, guilt isn't her strong suit.
Ahora tiene manía a la abuela que tenemos que matar. Vale, nos quedan por interrogar a Edward y a Gregory. Vale, pues aquí había otro sentado. Lo podemos coger por aquí.
Gregory Carlisle, can you tell me where you were yesterday evening?
Oh, you're wondering about my alibi, Mr. Detective. Well, I left Thornbridge around 8:30 for a pint with Edward. I wish I hadn't. Quiz night at the inn. On the other hand, staying here with Zachary, my obnoxious sister, and the wife sporting another one of her headaches would have been a fate worse than death. The short of it, Zachary was very much alive when we left. I stayed for the last shout, and I was back here just before midnight. Anything else you want to pry from my intricate intellect?
Tell me about Zachary.
Zach? Huh. Such a sad old sod. A bit heavy on the bottle, but who could blame him? Only company he had was his rare plants and mother, who travels more than she stays here. Honestly, I can't say which is the bigger bore. He's better off dead. Is that all? Not very thorough, are you?
Anything else you'd like to tell me?
Nothing, really. I'm just enjoying the show. Our perfect mother obviously fucked up, didn't she? Faking her own death. You know, she's explained nothing to us. I think she's scared to own up to her own mistake.
Vale, o sea, este es el marido de aquella de allí. Vale, a ver qué nos pone por aquí. Vale, interrogado. De momento no tiene nadie coartada. Vale, nos falta uno, que es este de aquí enfrente. Qué justito, ahora se pone a tocar el piano. Bueno, pues tenemos que esperar a que acabe de tocar. Está ocupado el hombre. A ver si acaba el señor Edward. Lo interrogamos y vamos a ver las habitaciones.
Professor Edward Carlyle, can you tell me your whereabouts for last night?
Oh, yes, this dreadful business with Zachary. I stay at the local inn. You see, I prefer not to spend the night here at Thornbridge Manor. My brother Gregory came along for a nightcap. He'll never admit it, but I think he understands that I find this whole thing upsetting and wanted to provide some comfort. I believe we went to the Stag's Head around 8:30. Anything else I can do to help?
Can you tell me about Zachary's behavior last night?
I certainly didn't expect him to commit suicide. Sure, he was upset by Mother's supposed death. We were. But he seemed more engaged than usual. You should ask Rebecca. They had a long talk. Did you know that he hadn't left Thornbridge Manor in nearly 50 years? His plants, Mother, and the staff are all the company he had. If that's all, I have a speech to write.
Did you notice anything else out of the ordinary?
You mean apart from the fact that we came here to bury our mother and she shows up alive and kicking? Zachary found dead in his bed this morning? Or perhaps that the planned funeral is still taking place and I have to do the eulogy? And Mother will surely have a strong opinion on it afterwards. I can't breathe. Excuse me.
Vale, pues este creo que ya tiene coartada. Vale, coartada confirmada. El otro hombre también. Y nos faltan estos tres y el mayordomo. Vale, vamos a ver si podemos entrar. A ver qué hay por aquí.
I need to stop thinking about Emma all the time, but she just makes me so angry.
Tell me.
She scolded Mary for not making the bed the way she prefers it. It's so unfair. She'd just discovered Zachary's dead body and was all shook up.
Rosie, tell me what you did last night.
I'm in trouble, aren't I? I spent the evening with Patrick.
I promise you that.
We met after dinner and I went home at 1 in the morning. He said he needed someone real to talk to. When he looks at you, it makes you feel like the center of the universe. Like a real princess.
But now he just ignores her.
Well, he's under a lot of pressure.
He's an idiot. That's what he is.
But he was such a gentleman. He gave me his coat and all.
Rosie, you need to forget about Patrick. No good's gonna come of it. Stick to your own kind.
Oh, you mean like Chris? He treated me like shit. All he wanted to do was play his stupid video games. Never any romance. I deserve romance.
Did you notice anything out of the ordinary? Any strangers outside the house?
No, we saw no one outside. Except Patrick's mother, Emma. We were sitting on the bench behind the greenhouse talking when she came out and we had to hide. You won't tell her about me and Patrick, will you? She'd insist Madame Carlyle fire me. I'm sure of it.
Too right she will. She's always going on about how things will change once she's in charge of Thornbridge Manor.
Vale, pues la Emma esa tiene todos los papeles para
So
ser...
41 guests will attend the funeral tomorrow. There's still a lot to see to, but we're in good time, I think.
Para ser la que lo envenenó.
That is the door to Mr. Fernsby's office.
Should I ask her to marry?
Vale, aquí nos hará falta una ganzúa o una palanqueta. A ver si encontramos una.
On top of everything, Rosie thinks she's in love with young Patrick. I mean, that's a breaking heart happening if I ever saw one.
Life can be tough sometimes.
And that detective asked to come here.
Vale, pues ya tenemos palanqueta.
Zachary was murdered. Why else ask him to sneak around? It's weak in my knees from all the tension here.
Don't worry, everything will settle down soon.
Vale, a ver cómo se trata, a ver. Vale, no hay nadie por ahí. aquí.
Zachary's diary. This is big. He was about to confess to the world that he and Alexa murdered their older brother Montgomery 46 years ago. And apparently, Mr. Fernsby helped make the murder look like an accident. And 47, the handwriting doesn't match the suicide letter in his room, proving he didn't write it himself.
Vale, pues ya tenemos la llave maestra de la mansión. Vale, a ver dónde están los otros cuartos.
Did you want to check on that undertaker in charge of the funeral? I got word he's upset with Madame Carlyle.
Everything's in order.
How tall are you? You could be a model. Talk later, okay?
La verdad que la mansión es una pasada. Vale.
So Mr. Fernsby might.
Yeah,
All right,
what you said.
later.
Están ligando y cada vez que nos ven se separan, ¿eh? Vale, por aquí. Trata.
Do I like the fact he's not another knuckle-dragging rugby washout?
That door leads to Emma and Gregory's room.
Vale, hemos conseguido entrar aquí en la habitación esta. Vale, a ver si podemos mirar algo.
Now this is interesting, 47. A letter from Emma's mother stating that Emma is the illegitimate child of Alexa's late older brother, Montgomery. And listen to this. She claims to have witnessed Alexa and Zachary murder him. The plot thickens.
Vale, Edna, la que creíamos que es sospechosa, bueno, la que pensamos que es la sospechosa, es la hija bastarda. Vale, en principio que no hay nada más que podamos investigar. Gafas de sol. ¿Esto qué es? Navaja. Vamos a llevarnos una navaja también. Por si acaso. Mira, estos cada vez que me acerco se callan.
How are you today, sir?
Vale, nos falta una habitación. Aquí supongo que no podremos subir arriba. Está la tía esta, la que tenemos que asesinar.
That is the door to Rebecca's room.
Vale, esta es la habitación de la que supone que estuvo trabajando toda la noche.
I can see from the log that Rebecca was in a conference call from 9 p.m. to midnight last night.
Vale, es decir, que todos tienen coartada. Tiene coartada. La única que no tiene es la Emma, que creemos que es la que la ha asesinado. Es la hija bastarda, esta también tiene coartada. Vale, los únicos que no tienen coartada son Emma y el mayordomo. Vale. ¿Esto qué es?
Aaron Ford Jr. calling from Morgan, Yates & Cohn. I need to get a listing of asset transfers from the Carlisle account HTC depot number 5085. No, I need it immediately. Yes, I'll hold. Yes.
Vale, aquí hay dos tíos.
Get back.
Excuse me! What are you doing here? Sir, you will need to follow me. Please comply and come along.
No se ha enterado de nada. No nos han pillado.
I need help! Someone! Yes, yes.
Creo que nos han pillado. No, no, no te escondas. Vale, parece que vienen. Me están buscando y quiero mirar el ordenador ese. A darnos prisa a ver si nos deja.
This all confirms that Arthur Edwards stole everything from Madame Carlyle. Perhaps you should let her know how bad it is, 47.
Vale, salimos de aquí.
Did the portrait photographer check out? You verified his identity?
I vetted him thoroughly. He's good.
Vale, supongo que tenemos que hablar ya con el mayordomo. Yo creo que ya tenemos bastantes pistas. Pero bueno, por aquí, que no nos vean. Vale, por aquí supongo que podremos bajar. Vale, vamos.
So upset. She's never seen a dead body before.
Poor thing.
Alexa back from the dead, a make-believe funeral, a murder mystery. Oh, all too much.
Ahora no podemos guardarla.
Bad news, I'm afraid. We don't have any extra fuses. Ethel looked everywhere.
Oh, you've got to be kidding me. No power, no portrait.
Oh, Madame Carlyle will be furious. She expects the family photo to be done any moment now.
I need this shoot to happen, okay? And I need it to be perfect. Can't we just take a fuse from another fuse box?
I guess we could do that.
Good. I'll finish setting up, and then we'll grab the fuse just before you call down the family.
Good. Yeah, that's a good plan.
Vale, supone que van a hacerse una foto toda la familia.
But work, that's
I don't believe for a second that Zachary...
Yeah, hey, bro.
Suicide. We'd only just run through his plan for the spring seedlings yesterday.
Vale, este se va.
Believing his sister was dead.
I'd say worried about how... This will be handled with Gregory and Emma. You know them. I said to let him stay...
Broken lab equipment. It looks like it was recently used, though.
Vale, aquí se podrá coger veneno. Llave inglesa no es disponible. Vale, falta una llave inglesa. A ver dónde encontramos la llave inglesa.
Now Zachary won't get to see the rhododendron periginium block. They were his favorites.
I know, Oliver, I know. We were all looking, really.
Aquí en principio no hay nada más. Aquí la tenemos. Pero no ve nadie. Vale, a ver si nos deja preparar el veneno. Vale, nos faltaría flor venenosa que ya la hemos gastado todo. Vale, veneno ya tenemos. Vale, supongo que ahora ya tendremos todo para...
Grab Rebecca's attention. I had planned to offer her comfort, but
Now that Madame Carlyle isn't dead after all, I know we're not supposed to talk about it, but what's that whole thing about it?
Vale, a ver si nos deja ya hablar con mayordomo.
Did you talk to Mother?
De todas maneras, a ver. Tenemos la llave del barco. La llave maestra de la mansión. Ah, vale, nos falta encontrar una pista del invernadero. Nos falta una pista del invernadero. Pues nada, vamos por allá otra vez. Igual es que hay que hacer una foto o algo. Aquí no me deja hacer fotos a nada.
I will never again meet someone like Zachary. I can't bear to think what will happen to all these rare plants now.
Come on, Oliver. I understand why you're so upset.
Pues en principio lo he investigado todo aquí. No me marca nada más. No me marca nada más. Vale, esta es sospechosa. Y el mayordomo. Seis de 6 en pistas. La habitación de Emma, 1 de 4. Vamos para allá. Y aquí nos falta también una pista, pero no sé realmente dónde estará. Cogería verde. Mira, ¿dónde estaba el llavero
A
del
keychain
invernadero?
pendant for the greenhouse. What's that doing in Emma and Gregory's room, I wonder? And why is the key missing?
Habitación de Rebeca. Invernadero. Vale, en la de Edma entonces ya está todo. Vale, aquí no hay nada que podamos hacer más.
My parents would hate him.
Y aquí no hay nada más que investigar. No sé que haya que sacar la cámara. Vale, una pista más. Vale, las dos pistas de 2 encontradas. Habitación de Emma y Gregory, 2 de 4 pistas encontradas. Pero es que no hemos encontrado más pistas, no sé, vamos a ver.
Hey, Rebecca. Do you see this about old one case?
Vale, vamos a ver si con la cámara nos falta por hacer algo. Bombona de propano. Aquí fuera realmente no hay nada. ¿He calzado? Vale, ahora sí que los tenemos todos. Solo me faltaría... ¿Son para caminar? Vale, solo me faltaría una pista en el despacho del mayordomo. Vale, aquí nos falta una pista más.
Painkillers. Lethal if you use enough of them.
But not the poison used to kill Zachary. Of course, Madame Carlyle doesn't know that. Are you considering to frame the butler, 47? Mr. Fernsby clearly didn't commit the murder, but I think you have enough evidence to convince Madame Carlyle he did. Maybe you should tell him you are ready to present your findings. Unless, of course, you want to do some more detecting, 47?
Vale, ahora sí que los tenemos todas las pistas. Vamos a ver dónde está el mayordomo. A ver, por aquí no está. A ver dónde se ha metido ya. Aquí está.
I'm ready to present my conclusion to Madame Carlyle.
Very well. If you'll follow me, sir.
Vale, por fin hemos encontrado todas las pistas. Vamos a hablar con la Alexa. Y luego tendremos que intentar acabar con ella. Primero a ver si encontramos el informe que nos pide la misión. Y el asesino ha tenido que ser el mayordomo o la Edma esa. Tiene pinta que es la Edma porque tenía las llaves del invernadero.
This is Madame Carlyle's office.
Greetings, sir.
Please step inside.
So, Mr. Whitmer, you've reached a conclusion. Take a seat. Please, go ahead.
The butler, Mr. Fernsby, killed Zachary.
Fernsby? Oh, you've got that wrong. He would never do such a thing. He is the most loyal man I have ever met.
I found pills in his office that matches the poison that killed your brother. Furthermore, I found Zachary's notebook, half burned, in Mr. Fernsby's fireplace. It showed that Zachary intended to publish a written confession to a murder the two of you committed nearly 50 years ago. The murder of of your older brother, Montgomery.
That's outrageous. We did no such thing.
No need to feign innocence. I know a killer when I see one, and my discretion is assured. The papers also described how Mr. Fernsby helped you stage the murder of Montgomery as an accident. I believe he killed Zachary not to be exposed as an accomplice to murder.
Sweet Fernsby. You are wrong, Mr. Whitmer. He did not do it to protect himself. He did it to protect the Carlyle legacy. Mr. Fernsby, like myself, understands that sacrifices must be made to secure stability and prosperity. Mr. Whitmer, I'd appreciate it if your findings never leave this room. I understand Fernsby's actions, and there is no need for them to have more consequences than they already have. Fernsby was very fond of Zachary, and I'm sure his decision will haunt him to the day he dies. About your reward, have you considered an amount?
I want the file you have on Arthur Edwards.
Arthur Edwards, the Constant. But that must mean you're... I expected you'd show up. But you're not here to kill me. If you were, you would have already. The enemy of my enemy, I suppose. You can have it. You earned it. The file you want is in the safe. Good hunting. I need some privacy. Thank you.
How are you, sir?
Good work, 40.
Ahora pues ya tenemos el informe. Hemos acusado
That's the
al...
file on Arthur Edwards secured. Time to take care of Madame Carlyle.
Vale, hemos acusado al mayordomo. Pero hay que matar a esta. Pero antes habían dicho que tenían que hacerse una foto todas. Toda la familia juntos. Quiero ver si puedo hacer algo ahí. Porque cogí el fusible de la cámara. Vale, vamos hacia el invernadero. Y a ver si podemos maquinar algo.
Bunch of old junk. Must be 100 years old at least. I don't know how the Brits can stand it.
A ver si el segurata este se va de aquí.
You really get to know someone when you work in their home, right?
Well, I guess so. I never thought about it that way.
I'm thinking about Rebecca. I'd really like to show her my work. I just need a good image.
Has been truly lowered. There's no self-awareness anymore, no self-consciousness. She knows
Crap, that is so annoying.
A ver, tengo que hacer que este se vaya a algún lado.
And it's on.
See what that was. You're free to engage any tangos that might appear.
Okay, understood.
Nada, este no se va a ir de aquí, ¿no?
Oh, cool.
I'll never get how the rich do this. All this fuss for a pretend funeral. And why not do a photo shoot? Because we're all gathered.
I'd really like to
Talk
show
about
her my
messed
work.
up multitasking.
I just need
and you carrying the load. I'll tell you.
Throwing that was not a particularly great idea.
I don't know her that well. She doesn't live here, and when she's here, she's always busy. Always on the phone, or reading papers, or emails.
Pues nada, no quería irse. Vale, pues creo que así cuando vaya a hacer la foto.
Finally, all set up. Will you let the family know, please?
Perfect. They'll be right down.
Ahora ya están saliendo para hacerse la foto.
Right ahead, please.
Ahora ya bajan todos, a ver si se queda electrocutada. Y nos podemos ir.
How are you doing, Patrick? Can't
It's
wait
just
for
in
this
front of the
weekend to
fountain.
end.
You know, you're witnessing something quite special. Your grandmother putting on
Edward, you
such a
can't
show.
let Mother get to you like this.
Wish I didn't have to. It's such a joke with the whole fake
I'm the youngest.
It is, isn't it?
I expect you to be quick about the shoot. I have a lot to do today.
Everything is set up and ready to go. I guarantee you'll
And that's
be
what
happy
she
with the
does.
result.
Create precise order in all her affairs, never letting coincidence touch her.
Vale, pues a ver si hace la foto.
Is showing up really too much to ask? I'm not waiting. Right, get in position. And let's get this over with. There's a puddle of water here. Oh, never mind. Let's just get this done, shall we?
¿Has visto el charco, eh? No se fía mucho de la abuela.
Chin up, Edward. No one wants to look at that long face.
You're such an idiot, Gregory.
I'm fine, Rebecca.
Fine. You look like a nervous wreck.
Stop!
Holy shit!
Mission complete. Well done, 47.
Vale, hemos cumplido la misión.
"47. They're everywhere. Go, get out! It's the Constantine. Shit! she will know what to do. I wish there had been more time.
And then there were none. Thank you, Miss Burnwood. Now, it's my turn.
Stay down. Boss wants you alive.
Yeah?
How about now? Over here! Cover me!
Walk away!
Or what? You gonna take us all on?
Don't.
Tell the Constant to start running!
You think you've won? 47 is out there. And 47 never misses his mark.
Neither do you, Miss Burnwood. That's what makes you valuable.
You're delusional. You think I would betray 47?
Trust me, you owe him nothing.
What is this?
I told you we could help each other, and I meant it. I'll look forward to your call.
Gray is gone. Go to Berlin and stay out of sight. We're all that's left now.
Bueno amigos, pues hasta aquí la segunda misión cumplida. Así que nada, como siempre deciros que si os ha gustado el vídeo pues dejéis un buen like. Me ha costado un poco encontrar algunas de las pistas, pero bueno, al final misión cumplida, hemos conseguido acabar con Alexa, hemos conseguido los informes, así que como siempre, si no estás suscrito al canal suscríbete y acuérdate de dejar tu like, que siempre es de agradecer, y nos vemos en el siguiente vídeo amigos.